Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9 Innings 23 video. Today's video, we've got some rewards from the WBC event. We've got a sync pack, 2 prime packs, we got an all-star pack, we've got our usual premium skill change tickets, skill changes. We've got 7 premium vintage packs. So it's going to be a long video, I imagine, today. So hopefully I don't run out of things to talk about. Usually I end up running out of things to talk about because I've drone on forever in these videos. But anyway, let's start off today's video by waiting for my internet to work, and then we'll open up our daily pack. Any day now. So, while this decides to buffer, there is something that the company COM2 released in terms of their memos that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So we finally, for anybody who has not seen it, we got clarification on basically the way that Barrel It Up triggers. We were given exact information. I'm trying to pull up the notice right now just so that way I get it right. So there was a notice about where is it? Wasn't that one? Yes. No, that's not it. Hold on a second. Let me just start opening up this pack real quick, and then during the animation I'm going to go back to figuring it out. We were talking about it in our club Discord for a while, so I need to go back and find it. Scroll up here a little bit. Just want to find the exact information here. Okay. We're good to go now. So they finally gave us the information about the exact parameters of Barrel It Up, which is that you need to have the contact and the speed both need to combine. So I remember how we were always used to say that it used to be, the way that I always interpreted it and the way that everybody else always interpreted it was that you needed to have a contact and a speed of at least 220. And some people were considering the fact that you may also need to have speed be 100 or higher. So it turns out we weren't actually too far off on that estimate. As it turns out, the actual threshold is if contact and speed are at least 210, and also your speed needs to be 70% of your contact. So that's kind of how it's supposed to work. But then the problem that I believe that this brings up is like, for instance, if you're facing a guy that's using like Control Master, which lowers your contact stat, theoretically it could take a guy that doesn't hit Barrel It Up and turns it into a guy that does hit Barrel It Up. So that's like an interesting little tiny detail. But then there's a lot of other questions that you also have to ask too that we're kind of like not sure. You know, we're kind of not sure. Basically, you know, activations, we're not really too sure. Do I have golds for this? No, I don't. We're not really too sure, like, when it calculates Barrel It Up. Like, does it calculate it off base stats before you take into account boss or contact master or leg day or stuff like that? Does it take into account gear? Does it, like, stuff like that? Like, does it take it, is it pre or is it post? Like, we don't know when it actually calculates. That kind of stuff seems to be a little bit hidden from us. We're not really quite sure how that stuff works out. So just from a rule of thumb right now, I'm under the impression that it all factors in. Like, you're including contact, control master, you're including legend skills, you're including boss, you're including other things that modify stats, and you're just looking at it like like right as you're sitting there. Like, batter's chemistry is involved too, I would imagine. So hopefully this information will help you guys better try to diagnose whether or not some of your batters do or do not hit Barrel It Up. It may actually lead me to retrain a couple people. So, for instance, I have my Edgar Martinez, which I have Barrel It Up on. And I chose to use Slugger Instinct to 8 because I was like, oh, he doesn't hit Barrel It Up. He's got 92 speed. In reality, if I trained him to have a little bit higher eye and a little less contact, I theoretically could hit Barrel It Up with him. But that's also, like, Control Master actually helps him in this situation. So I need to do a couple calculations. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I know Granderson hits barrel it up because I think his ratio is like 75% speed of contact. The same with Cano is about 70.71%. Tino actually, I believe, could theoretically be pushed over to barrel it up as well if I could change his stats around a little bit, but I'm not really too concerned because I don't think that's going to be his final skill set anyway. Other batters I have a lot of batters with high contact and low speed. That's just the Yankee way, I guess. Who'd have thought? But that's just my opinion. Obviously, there's a lot of debate going on right now whether or not, like I said, those legend skills and like when they activate and how they activate. Does it help or not? I'm pretty sure that what I'm going to do is calculate up a spreadsheet calculator for anybody out there who does not know. I never made this public. I'm still working on trying to figure out a way to make it like foolproof. But I made an Excel spreadsheet calculator for like calculating Dom and Fin numbers. Like you just put in your player stats and then like you can fill around with trainings and see what does what. But it's not perfect, so I never released it, and still working on that. We'll see if I can actually come out with it at some point, but I know, like, because right now the way the trainings work is you have to like manually change your spec trains. So like if you don't know how spec trains work, then it kind of gives you false information. But I know that I need to put in the spec trains manually, and like I triple check all my numbers to make sure that it works out and everything. So I wish it was a little more perfect and refined, but unfortunately I need to sit down and need to really figure out how to make it look like foolproof and make it work better before I give it out to people or use it as a resource. It's pretty cool, but it's just like I said, it's not foolproof. Like you can still get fooled using it. It would be cool if it had like a player registry lookup hooked into it, but I'm not all about making API requests to websites right now. That stuff is a little bit outside my pay grade right now in terms of programming. But anyway, let's get back into the meat and potatoes of the video. So, it's cool that we have this information now. Finally, like we've been begging for barreled up information for the longest time now, and finally we have been given the information that we've so much desired. It's a good step in the right direction. Nice, Shane Victorino. Pretty sick. I am looking forward to, like I said, working with my players to see if I can figure out a way that I can foolproof give them barrel it up, because now we have the information. Like, using this information now, I can foolproof guarantee my batters will always hit barrel it up. Like, even in the worst possible situation, like, for instance, like you're going up against a control master boss pitcher, it's just absolutely shreds your player's stats, Actually, I think a control master pitcher would actually help you in that situation. But I'm saying, like, yeah. But we'll see. Looking for a way to actually guarantee I hit barrel it up and then use that information to try to make my lineup better. So that way my barrel it up hitters aren't just randomly getting, not good, like, barrel it up, essentially nerf, like, if you will. Oh, prime player. Do I get Sonny Gray? Yes, sure. Just put the knife in me and twist it. That's a brand new prime. That's a cool card. It's just unfortunate that Sonny Gray didn't work out here. That will always go down in history as a trade I wish would have gone better. Unfortunate. Run out of lineup space here. I'm going to have to start clearing some space in my backup for some prime players, because it's getting to the point now where I am no longer able to store enough players on my lineup to successfully combo players. It's getting a little tight. Not going to lie. Oh boy, I don't know if you guys are paying as much attention to the WBC as I am. I'm basically paying attention to the WBC at this point, mainly because of the Pick'em event, which I'm doing absolutely horrendously at, because I picked Japan, and Japan does very well. Obviously, that's an easy pick, but then like you have a day like you pick who did I pick the other day? I picked the Dominican Republic against, like, was it Venezuela? I don't really remember. I love picking diamonds out of a 4 silver combo. Let's go. But I picked, like, Dominican, and I think they lost, and I was like, oh my god, this is not going well. And then, like, the U.S. is actually in danger of getting, like, basically not making it out of the group stage right now because they're not scoring enough runs. They give up too many runs. I saw it this morning when I woke up that, like, the U.S. team, like, if they win the next 2 games and finish 3-1 in a tiebreaker scenario, that they can actually lose the tiebreaker because they give too many runs. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. It doesn't really matter to me if the U.S. wins or loses. I think the team is good either way. It's just unfortunate, like, we don't take the WBC as seriously as the other countries do, mainly because our players constantly get hurt. Even not even playing in the WBC, they constantly get hurt. Like, even just in spring training, like, the Yankees are already a walking wounded hospital right now. We're already missing, like, 3 pitchers and an outfielder. So, I mean, that's why we don't send people to the WBC at this point. But to still be a shame to watch us lose the WBC. I feel like we've got a pretty solid team, especially just like on the offensive side of the ball, not necessarily the pitching side. The pitching side's like decent, but it's not great. But it would be a shame to lose in the group stage, that's for sure. So hopefully you guys are having better luck in your pick'ems than I am. I actually needed the gold there. I didn't need the diamond, but I'll take the diamond. Let's go open up a couple more packs. But I'm just getting absolutely shredded in terms of the pick'em event. And also the pick'em event happens at weird times. Like, I'm so used to waking up at like 8 or 9 in the morning and then doing my pick'em for the day. But like, you can do WBC pick'em until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I've missed the pick'em because like it happened at a weird time. I was just like, oh my goodness, what is happening? This is a mess. But anyway, that's not really a big deal. That's just me being silly. So we have the information on the Barrel It Up numbers. I'm still at this point, though, waiting for information in terms of stability numbers. That would be pretty cool to learn, too. I think that they released this memo to prove to everybody that the skill does work. I think there were some questions of whether or not it works properly and activates properly all the time. And I think that's why that they released this information. They mentioned something else in the notice where they needed to work on showing the skill in terms of activation. I don't know if it's for sure at this point or not yet, but I believe that it would help people really understand if Barrel It Up is working or not. If when the skill does not activate, like if you do not qualify for the Barrel It Up bonus, then I believe it should be hidden from you. Like, you know how when you're playing against a pitcher and they have like mess and you have nobody on base, you don't see the pitcher has mess like on the sidebar unless you turn the card around and you see that the pitcher says mess on the back of it. It's not active, so it's not being shown. I wish they would hide Barrel It Up when it's not being used. I believe someone told me that was implied by the notice that they were working on that feature, but I don't know for sure. A lot of times they say things in the notices and then we interpret it one way and then it's just completely not the way that it was interpreted. You know, this happens all the time. So, I mean, this is not an uncommon thing. I complain about there being a lack of transparency in notices all the time, but I'm just like, I would not be surprised. So, that's my take on it. Would, like I said, love to see stability. And then on top of that, there was a situation that happened to me last night in Ranked where I tied a game 0-0, and I let off the 9th inning with a triple. And then my next batter, who was my best batter of the week, laid down a bunt, which I hate that. That's so bad. Like, that's the guy that hits 100 home runs a week, and he lays down a bunt. So he lays down a bunt, and it says, out from failure to bunt. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, who knows what that means? Like, that could mean a bunch of things. Like, did he strike out? Did he bunt a foul ball? Like, did he miss the bunt? Like, I don't understand what happened here. And apparently it counts as a double play. Like, that's the thing. You get the out at the plate in both cases. So it's as if the runner took off from third and the guy swung and missed at strike 3, like trying to bunt, and then the catcher just tagged out the guy at third. And I'm like, why would that ever happen? There's no outs. Why is the guy playing so aggressively from third base? That makes no sense. Like, how? And then if that's not the case, then if you bunt a foul ball, I'm pretty sure that if you bunt a foul ball, that everybody goes back to the respective bases, and then there's no play. You're just out. Like, you can't advance on a bunt foul ball. That's like the other thing I would imagine being a bunt, failed bunt. Or it could just be, like I said, like he bunted and they got the force at first and then the tag at home could be. That's a very, very risky play, in my opinion. That doesn't work out very often. I mean, if the guy got a triple, the odds are is if you bunted and you got the guy out at first on a force, he would theoretically make it home in time. But then again, what do I know? That's just my opinion. And then, of course, the next guy with 2 outs, the very next batter comes up and hits a double. Because why not? So that's my complaint. Failure to tag up, failure to bunt. I would love if they gave us some clarity on what those things mean, because that could mean a lot of things. Like I said, there has been a very heated discussion in the past of what failure to tag up means. It can mean two things, in my opinion. It can mean that the player left without tagging up, or it could theoretically mean that the player did tag up successfully and was thrown out at home, or was thrown out at the next base. Stuff like that. Like, it could mean either one of those things to me, in my opinion. And I don't know what it means. But I wish that there was some clarity. Like, tell me. Like, you could say ruled and out from failed bunt. It actually says that. It says ruled and out from failed bunt. So that means that there couldn't have been a play at first. So it says ruled and out by failed bunt. That means he either struck out and was tagged out trying to steal home, or he was somehow called out because he tried to advance on a foul ball. I have no idea what happened here. Nice. I was too busy yelling and didn't notice the vintage player. So I don't know what happened, but like in either one of those situations, I don't understand. Like, that's not baseball to me. Like, neither one of those rules seems to make sense. Maybe someone can clarify this, but I'm fairly certain that if you bunt a ball, if you bunt a third strike foul, you are out, and I'm pretty sure no one can advance. I didn't look up the exact rule, but just to me, it feels like that should be the case. Like, if you did that, you should not be allowed to advance a base. That just seems silly to me, in my opinion. All right, so let's go and finish up these combinations real quick. Do I have any more players to open up a pack? I don't think I do. No, we're saving the Diamond Wish pack. We've got some players to open up in Primes and All-Star packs. And then we are going to go on a extravaganza of skill changes, that is for sure. So, anyway, that's just another one of my opinions. I have no idea if you guys have seen anything similar, but for some reason, this week, I hope I get that boon. I mean, I've gotten this Brett boon like 6 times already at this point. Sonny Gray, you're trolling me now. Now you're just trolling me. But I don't know what's going on, man. Like, a lot of my players have been trying to steal bases for no reason. Like, they're not base stealers. They have maybe like 100 speed. I'm using speed gear on my players because I want to try to increase the chances of them hitting BIU. But like, for some reason, like, I've got players with like 95 speed trying to steal bases. Like, don't steal the base. Like, you're not a base stealer. Some of my players might steal 4 or 5 bases a week in ranked. Like, just why are you trying to steal bases? Like, I wish I could turn off that option. Like, don't try to steal bases. Or they try to stretch singles into doubles and get thrown out. Now, is that a result of people increasing their fielding? It could be. It could be that they're changing what were doubles into outs now because of the increased fielding. I could buy that. I just wish that my players weren't so aggressive on the base paths that they're constantly getting thrown out. Like, please have a little bit of self-awareness that my team hits home runs. You know, I would like it if you could maybe hit a 2-run home run instead of a 1-run home run. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some awareness and have some self-control when it comes to trying to not get, we call it a toop bland, thrown out on the bases like a nincompoop. Please, I don't need it. Like, I need people to get on base. I don't need people to hit on, like, steal second and get hit in, like, a single. That's not really working for me. Anyway. Let's see what we got here. So let's go open up our 2 prime packs. Prime packs. That's the word. Hoping for, what do I really want out of this pack? I could take one of the new Yankee primes. I really want the new Yankee primes. I already have that Miguel Cabrera. I'm pretty sure he's in my, somewhere, my backup, but I already have that Miggy. Give me the Yankee. Will Myers, that's I'm pretty sure that's a new one. I haven't seen the Will Myers one before. Let's open up the All-Star pack. Give me a Yankee All-Star. Like, give me that Andrew Miller 16 finally after all this time. Actually, I can't. That card's not in the game. I'll take DJ LeMahieu. Thank you very much. My girlfriend would love that. Fair player. And let's open up our SIG pack. And let's hope for a Yankee SIG so that way I can repent for my mistakes of the past videos. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's an interesting card right there. Does he actually gauge better than Didi? Oh no, he can't. He's a second baseman. Does he gauge better than Cano? I'm pretty sure he doesn't now. He'll have a higher GI, but he has lower stats. Definitely not as good of a card. That's pretty funny, dude. Of course I pull the Yankee Sig. I pull so many of these Sigs. Okay, now this time, I'm not going to combine him. So everybody can, not scrimp me in the comment section this time, okay? I'm learning, all right? Even if I don't need him, I'm going to save him. Fine, all right? I'm not going to combo him, I promise. Although I'll do it off camera so that way no one notices. But really, I'm not going to combo him, I promise. I can't believe my luck with pulling Yankee Sigs off of, like, random Sig packs. Like, what is that? Like, my luck with pulling Yankee Sigs from Sig packs now is dumb. Did it actually show up in... Yeah, there it is. Of course I pull a Yankee Sig. Like, of course. Like, why not? All right, let's open 7 vintage player packs. And then we're also going to do a diamond vintage combo now because I believe I have 3 vintage diamonds. So let's see. Did I get a legend? No, doesn't look like it. Is that 2 Jack Clarks? I think I pulled 2 Jack... Is that Jack Clark? Is that who I just read that as? I don't really know. Nice. Chanho Park. I also want to recorrect something I said in the previous video. I said that they took away my favorite thing, which was the intermediate vintage pack from the dailies, but like they added it to it's on the daily, like the check-in rewards. Like, where is it? Check-in, is it this one? Like, it's on the check-in, it's like right here. I didn't realize that, but yeah. It's on there. I didn't realize that. Who'd have thought? Alright, so let's go get, yeah. Is it Jack Clark? Yeah, it's Jack Clark. Okay. Weird. I pulled 2 of him. Let's see who else we got. So I got the Petrocelli, I've got the Vina, and then I think I've got a pitcher diamond. I believe I have a pitcher diamond. Take out the Rigetti. Yeah, John Wetland. That's who it was. John Wetland. Okay, and then the rest is all primes. And then I have a Liam Hendricks Sig. I think I only have 2 Sig. Not like I pulled this new Sig. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, I just got a new Sig. Like, no, I didn't. I did not. All right, so let's go combine these dudes real quickly. Team management, combine. I can't believe, dude. I pulled every Yankee Sig. Like, this is unbelievable. All I need to do now is pull a legend. Oh, that's right. I need to go up. I need to go grade increase the Chanho Park. Another McDowell? Are you serious? Like, what? 2 McDowells. Al Leiter. I like Al Leiter a lot. I'm down with... What is with me pulling Mets pitchers now? I pulled 3 Mets pitchers in a row. Sheesh, dude. All right, let's go and grade increase the Chanho Park, and then we'll do one more combination. His pitcher. I'm smart. I thought he was a batter. I instinctively went to the batter section. I don't know why I do that all the time. Alright, I think we can do this one more combo, and then we will move on to our skill changes. Not sig changes. Skill changes. Ah, man. Legends, what are they? I don't know, man. Legends are a myth to me. It's been so long since we've seen a legend. I have a Navarro too. I didn't realize that. Oh well. Well, we'll save the Navarro for next week. But not like we don't have another vintage right now. Unfortunately, we're fresh out. But let's continue and let's go do skill changes. So my closing situation has been absolutely abysmal. My goal here is I went to my second slot on Betances, and I'm going to see if I can roll on Betances. So I'm going to roll PSTTs on green, and then I'm going to run. Then I'm going to roll normal skill changes on Betances right now. Because right now I'm afraid of if I roll PSTTs on Betances, I could theoretically get a fixture set, and that's not good because I need him to close. So I would prefer if I just run like normal skill changes on Betances for right now, and then see if I can maybe get green a set that would actually get him into this closer spot. That's my goal. That's the dream. Maybe you guys will disagree with my logic here. I don't know, but we'll see what happens, I suppose. First things first, I gotta get a legend skill. Not looking good so far. 10% odds are brutal. 10% is brutal, man. How many do I have left? 2 left. 1 more. Please. Oh. Untouchable dumb firefighter. Looked pretty good to start with. I got a couple golds out of it, but nope. All right, so should be about 15 more PSETs, and I believe that we will have mileage for PSETs. I need to go and I need to unlock the other skill set for Patansis. Right now I'm running Control Master, running Streak Specialist, which is terrible, but this is not good. So we're hopefully going to see if we can get a better skill set on him. It shouldn't be too drastic. I'm hopeful for Winning Streak, but I'm also hopeful for 3 skills that aren't nerfed. So kind of hopeful for maybe like Dom. I could do Dom Finn, even though I don't think Dom Finn is that good on bullpen guys. But oh, set it, man. Of course. I would just be down for 3 active skills, honestly. I could still deal with Winning Streak, but I would need, like, I don't know. Not John Crush, that's for sure. So I could, like Dom Boss would be pretty cool. Dom Touch would be pretty cool. I could do that. Touch is a bottom one. Of course I get Fixer. Thank you. That's the funny. That's also the danger here is I end up with, like, a Fixer set, and I'm just like, well, great. John Crusher. Triple threes. Finesse. 313. That's pretty solid. Touch, stab, fixer. No. I'm not keeping it. I'm not removing my closer to go put him in a bullpen role when I have no other closer. I could deal with him being a setup guy or a closing pitcher. Golden pitcher, of course, man. Triple ones. Ace. Stab. Dom. That's exactly what I pretty much almost had, except for Winning Streak. Dom. Right now he's trained for Dom, but I would not mind training him for Finesse instead. I believe that he is kind of like in the middle. He's in the weird region of having higher velocity but having higher break, so it's kind of like he can go either way. But you need to be very specific in terms of the training you need to get. It can be rather daunting trying to get a good training on him. Very frustrating. A lot of work. A lot of points. A lot of resets. A lot of stressful close calls that just don't work out for you. When I trained him originally, I had like 5 or 6 close calls, and I just was like not happy with it. Eventually, I settled on having like a fastball 2 and a location 3 because I was tired of retraining him at that point. Boss will stab triple ones, and I'm not at all saying that Control Master, Winning Streak, and then Cleanup Killer is a good mix. I'm not at all saying that, but like the other set was also very bad. I think that he basically cost me a ton of games in Club last week. So this is just a knee-jerk reaction to what happened in Club last week, where he just gives up like 5 runs in the 9th inning every time, and I'm like, this is not good. Mass power pitcher. Boss setup, man. That's asking to get absolutely railed. Giant Crusher, Firefighter. Haven't seen Finesse once. Pretty sure I have not seen Finesse once. And I will not see Finesse once. Triple threes. Amazing. Alright, so I believe that's going to be everything for me today, you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that I got yet another Yankee Sig from this, and hopefully you guys can put to use the information in terms of barreling up information. So hopefully you guys get the retraining of pitchers. I mean, your batters like I do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any questions or comments for me, you want to leave them in the comment section, I'll do my best to get to them as fast as I possibly can. And I'll see you guys next Monday with a new video, and hopefully I'll have some PSETs ready to go depending on my financial situation. So until then, guys, be safe, good luck with your polls out there, and peace.